on social media. You can watch along as well on the Facebook page. Let's just get an update. I think we've got one result from tonight's indoor cricket match. Has been played, of course, at the Hub in Neyland. What we got, Fraser?
Yeah, Hook have beaten Pembrokeshire Seniors in the opening game. Just went for confirmation of scores that have come through. And Neyland are currently playing Pembroke in what should have been one of the games of the season, actually. I think Pembroke are the only team to have beaten Neyland in the last couple of years in that indoor format in Pembrokeshire. But Neyland imposing score there, 149 for 3. Looks like Patrick Bellaby opened, retired on 25, was then able to came back and ended up 47 not out. So crucial hand from him. So Neyland well placed there, you'd have to say.
Yeah, that's some going, isn't it? That's a decent score in the indoor league this Monday evening. So we'll keep an eye on that as the season continues. You may have seen the nominations for the Sport Pembrokeshire Awards 2025 came out last week. We are proud to be the radio station for that as well. We will be there at Folly Farm at the end of this month, November the 28th. Gordon, 271 nominations were received this year.
Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? It's great numbers. It's just great to see so much participation in a variety of sports throughout the county. It never ceases to amaze me, the standard of some of these candidates that are in the categories. Not only county champions, world champions, international champions. It's brilliant.
Absolutely right. Go to the Pembrokeshire County Council website or the Sport Pembrokeshire pages to see the full list of everyone that was nominated. It was great to see so many names of people that we've had on this show over the last year. Fraser, a tough job to be a judge. Now, you've said before, are you okay saying you are one of the judges? You're okay to say that on the air. And I'm not gonna get you to give anything away at all, other than to say it must be hard because of the quality of some of the nominations to actually pick winners.
Yeah, of course it is. And what can be difficult, obviously, is measuring the different sports as well up against each other. What might be international representation in one sport is maybe easier to get than it is in another sport. And you've often got to try and make a call on the competitive levels of it and all. But on the face of it, yeah, when you're judging between Welsh champions, Gordon said it, they're international champions and things like that. So I'm not the only judge for anyone watching. Don't ring me if you don't win. But yeah, it's a difficult job, but we'll get there.
Excellent.
The answer is everyone's a winner, Fraser. That's been nominated.
No. That's why you're not a judge, Gordon. Right? There are 3 finalists and there's 1 winner. The rest come back next year. You can't get.
Scuppered my thoughts.
You can't get sentimental in these things, Gordon.
And is there pressure on you, Fraser, when you're in that room? Do you have a time limit, or literally do you have to stay there until you make a decision?
No. I mean, the old finances have been a bit more shoestring in Pembrokeshire Council over the years. It didn't used to be a time limit. Now, if the rooms only seem to get the room booked for an hour or 2, so and no free coffee like there used to be. So sometimes we do have to hurry up and get out. But no, there is pressure in there. There is, sometimes you may be talking about people who or people who fellow judges know and so on. So yeah, there is pressure to get it right, and probably haven't always got it right, to be honest with you, but do our best.
Excellent. Well, thank you to everyone that nominated as well, because we spoke about it a lot on Pure West Sport and on the radio station as well throughout the day. So, yeah, great job. 271 people and organisations nominated. Excellent effort. End of November, we'll find out who the winners are, and then you can tell us whether Fraser and co made the right choices. I'm sure they did. Recognising some brilliant people in the county. So Wales take onto the field for the Autumn Internationals this weekend, don't they? And Steve Tandy is in charge. I'm going to go to Gordon first, and we've spoke rugby quite a bit on the show today. Gord, if you were Steve Tandy, how would you feel about this run? Argentina on Sunday, then Japan on the 15th of November, the All Blacks on the 22nd of November, and then South Africa to end the month. It's not an easy start, is it?
He'll be relishing the challenge, if I'm honest, man. He's got the poison chalice, hasn't he? It's a difficult job. He's picked his squad. It looks quite decent on paper. Now they have to do the business on the pitch. So it's going to be difficult. Argentina are so strong up front, and they're going to have to get parity somehow in that sort of game. But they got to be positive, and they got to go out there to win an international game. It's not going to be easy. I know that. Japan is a winnable game. I think we could win that comfortably if we get our act together. The other two games, I think it may be a little bit too far for Wales at this moment in time. But it'll be interesting to see how many bums are on seats in the Principality when you consider the Six Nations are always full. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. I should say the Five Nations, not the Six Nations.
What do we think, Fraser? What does success look like for Tandy over this next month? Because it is a tricky start, variety of circumstances. We're going to see Rhys Samet hopefully back at some point in a Wales shirt, which is exciting. What will he be looking for from these 4 games, do you think?
I mean, I selfishly want to say winning against Argentina because I'm going on Sunday for my sins. But I think in reality, a win against Japan and competitive performances against Argentina, New Zealand, and South Africa.
Against the Pumas,
I'm not confident against Argentina. No, I think Japan is the realistic one win. Argentina, their first game on the tour, is a possibility you can catch them cold on Sunday. But I think certainly competitive, progressive performances in against the 3 big sides, and they need a win against Japan as well. People are calling it a shot to nothing. It's not, because if they lose all 4, it just adds to disenchantment around Welsh rugby at the moment. And then you're going into a Six Nations under huge pressure. You're going again then under pressure to end a potentially another 9-game losing streak in the Six Nations. So no, there is pressure on performances and results, no matter what anyone says.
Yeah, it is going to be important. And of course, you've got the added factor of the South Africa game is outside of the window, isn't it? And there's been criticism about the fact that this game is being played in those circumstances because it limits who Tandy can pick, which isn't ideal either.
I mean, you can't criticise the decision to play it and at the same time moan about the lack of finances being committed by the WRU at the moment. They need to play the game financially. No doubt whatsoever about that. Selection-wise, you're absolutely right. It's not ideal at all. It could be a long afternoon if South Africa get their own players released and we don't.
Because it will be quite an interesting Wales side, won't it? It'll be players. Is it players that play in England or France are in that squad? Is that right? So it will be a bit of a mix match. He wouldn't have wanted that, but I guess on the other hand, it does mean that he can use these 4 games to look at a big pool and look at as many players as possible. So could that be a positive, do you think, Gord, from that respect?
Yeah, definitely, Ben. Sometimes, when you're in adversity like that, something positive will come out of it. So, yes, you'll see boys in international rugby that might not have been selected otherwise. But just going to be positive and hope that we do okay. I'm confident that we'll do okay on Sunday against the Pumas. And I think we will beat Japan, but the other 2 is going to be very, very difficult.
He has picked quite a young, progressive side as well. I'm excited with the likes of like Sheedy's back and Morgan Morse coming through the right. It could be really exciting.
We've probably got a very good back row as well. When you look at it,
and he might be fit. The Rhys Samet factor, if he is back on Sunday, Fraser, that will certainly add to interest around the game, won't it?
Yeah, certainly. And positive publicity. He's a good player as well. He's a good asset to have back. Should also be noted about that South Africa game, one saving grace is that obviously their teams have been involved in the US URC and they haven't actually cleared negotiations yet to get their own players released. So they could be in the same team. I just fancy their strength in depth is slightly better than ours.
It could be interesting squads for that game, though, isn't it? Yeah,
it's interesting. You're right. And Rhys Samet will be some positive publicity, especially if he plays well.
Indeed, we will follow the Autumn Internationals over the next month on Pure West Sport. But that is it for us for this evening. Pembrokeshire Island Discs is on the way. Dave Golding is here talking to Geraldine, the outgoing CEO of Citizens Advice Pembrokeshire. That is on the way. Thank you, Gordon. Thank you, Fraser. Thank you, Tom. Enjoyed it this evening. We will be back next Monday for Pure West Sport from 7 until 9. Good night.
Want us to shout about